Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Very good, Tim. How are you?
Very good. Nice to see you today. Andrew, please introduce yourself to our crowd, our amazing clients at Smart Match, and let's get started.
Okay, so my name's Andrew, and I'm the CEO and founder of GroupSocial.com, which is an app and really a platform that I set up after having a successful career in web hosting and domain names. Which I still also run companies within that sector. But this was a concept that I came from being in the web hosting industry and seeing that the greatest headwind within that industry is the shift of people who want a domain name and a website into them just having a social media presence. So as opposed to trying to fight that headwind, I wanted to come up with a concept within the world of social media where a product or a platform could piggyback off the success of social media around the globe. And so I created GroupSocial.com, which is there to initially connect brands with audience, which it comes via creators and influencers. And whilst I was creating the concept, I needed some expertise within the matching industry to connect those two entities, brands and creators, or brands, creators slash influencers together as quickly as possible. And I came across the Smart Match team.
And that's why we're talking.
Yes, and that's why we're talking. So, yeah, and that so my obviously the story led me to Group Social, but having the idea is easy. Everyone has a good idea, but actually putting it into practice is difficult. And finding the expertise within this particular industry is even more difficult because, nobody goes to university to learn how to develop matching algorithms and matching software. So the experience within that industry really comes from experience in it and learning on the job, and that's what obviously you have assembled a team that is very specialized in that area and very skilled. So I feel very lucky to have come across you.
So, thank you for sharing this. This is very interesting. How did you even come up with an idea that you need a matchmaking software, or matchmaking platform, not just a social media platform? How did that come into the place?
Yeah, I think that, well, in my opinion, the internet exists for to really match either people to people or people to products. There's very little, if you think about it, that exists on the internet that isn't revolved around that. You obviously have the ability for people to also access information, but in general, people's motivation to go online and use the internet or use apps is to connect with other human beings or products and services that they're looking for. And so I actually think that although the matching industry is quite, it feels quite niche, it's the foundation of pretty much everything we do online. And that ability to find what you're looking for more quickly um, is a huge commodity. And as I say, I go back to what I said at the beginning. If you can find people that are highly skilled in that area, then you have an enormous head start on other people that are trying to do things within your sector. So that's essentially why I found you guys, why I found that you guys could provide the foundation that everything else could spin off the back of. Because once you have that algorithm, then you kind of have all the data points from that to create the products and services around. And so where we're at now is a very exciting stage. We put a huge amount of work into the back end with you guys, which is now enabling us to create products that are very complex behind the scenes, but really easy for the end user to use.
So yeah,
So
we started with your project off the shelf, our off the shelf matchmaking platform software, which we provide to pretty much all of our customers, right? And sometimes it doesn't require too much of customization. It's there is enough customization off the shelf, but in your case, we took it way beyond that. We have literally moved you away from our main hosted environment to a complete custom environment at this point. Different servers, completely different UI, UX. Um, and I think that was the only way to go to achieve your goals.
Oh my
Your
goodness, it's been a huge journey. And as you correctly say there, I started by just kind of really seeing what the software you'd already built could do, and also just getting to know the team. And yeah, I mean, you're right. I started as a normal off-the-shelf type client, but very quickly we established that you guys wanted to provide a lot more than that. I wanted you to provide a lot more than that. And we have a huge amount of synergies in the way we think about business, the way we think about the future of services online. And so our relationship just naturally grew and we grew closer, and the product offering um, was hugely what would be the word for it? I suppose you expanded massively what you could offer to me, and I saw that, and so decided to really, become really partners as well as. Well, that's how I think of it. More, it almost you feel like partners to me as opposed to, customer client, which is amazing and is testament to the service you offer.
Yeah, our whole philosophy, at least from the beginning, and the way I train our team and mentor our team, it's about listening. It's about customer service, and that once you have that mentality, it's easier to imagine yourself in your customer's shoes, try to match, with the customer, with your journey, with your goals, and then the loyalty and the relationship is a huge payback. um, you literally, if you service the clients that you have, the core clients that you have, you literally don't have to do any marketing really, because
Mm.
they talk about you. They word of mouth is a powerful concept. It's just that, like, over service the clients. Can I please ask you to just explain to our viewers what is the major problem you're solving for your market? What is your use case, and what is the problem, and how you're solving the problem for your clients? Then we can talk about the role of smart match app and the technology
Hmm.
in it, but more of a market sort of approach from that end. Like, what is
Yeah,
the issue, the problem?
absolutely. So essentially, the issue is brands' first port of call now, not always, but a lot of the time, the brand's first port of call when they look to market now, whether they're a brand new company or an existing business looking to expand their customer base, is social media, essentially word of mouth, but via social media that people call influencing or content creation. Um, but it's incredibly difficult for brands to access that en masse. And so what the problem Group Social is solving already and will be solving even better into the future is the ability for brands to come along, create a profile, create a target match setting within their profile, and then very quickly connect with creators that fit their profile, whether that's geo, gender, age, categories that they create content for, whether it's lifestyle, things like that. Brands will be able to come along and they'll be able to say, let's say they're a cosmetic brand, they'll be able to say, we're a cosmetic brand. We want to find creators on Instagram that have over 2,000 followers. They're all in North America. And on the click of a button, they will then be displayed with a huge number of creators that fit their criteria and connect with them. And we're taking that one step further at the moment. And we're also looking to allow brands to create campaigns. So they'll be able to create like a collaborative opportunity. So that makeup company or cosmetic company will be able to come along and say, we want to give away this VIP makeup box to anyone with over 1,000 followers in North America. And those creators will then get a push message to their phone to alert them to a collaborative opportunity that they qualify for. Um, and they'll be able to come in, claim that opportunity. The brand gets notified. The brand can then manage all of those collaborations that they have en masse. They might be collaborating with 3, 4, 500 creators simultaneously, all because of what we're able to achieve on the Group Social platform. So a lot of what I've just discussed, explained there is already available on the Group Social platform, and some is kind of for 3 or 4 months' time. But
Yeah.
really exciting concept, and there's a huge appetite in the market for it.
Yeah, I think today everybody realizes that it's all happening in the social media. You have a whole trend, and I don't know what the numbers are in the TV advertising or radio advertising. I don't think they're amazing. I think the numbers there are falling, right?
Hmm.
And in terms of the engagement and in terms of the budget that people spend, I think brands nowadays actually prefer to work with influencers a lot.
They do, and
For
organic content as well. And I think also what needs to be recognized is X has already introduced a subscription to remove ads. Instagram has announced they're going to be introducing a small $3 a month subscription to run the platform ad free. So your relationship with creators that create organic content that bypass that is more important than ever, because the more affluent social media users are more likely to be paying the $3 a month to not be bombarded with ads. So the only way to access them into the future will be through creators and influencers. So
well,
we're on an upward trajectory. I think that we're very new into this space. But what's so exciting, Tim, as well, is that this isn't reserved, this platform, for creators or influencers that have thousands of followers. This platform could be for somebody that has 50 followers that lives in a small village and the cafe opens round the corner, and that cafe will go onto Group Social not to find Kim Kardashian in Los Angeles. They'll go
yeah.
onto the platform and they want to connect with people with any number of followers local to them to come in for maybe a free coffee on a Monday morning and tag the cafe and say what a great coffee it was. So this is from the very smallest businesses and very smallest creators, but really anyone with followers can sign up to Group Social, and any brand of any size can sign up to Group Social. We are a totally open platform, both in terms of audience, business size, and geographical location. We've welcomed over 2,000 members in the Dominican Republic. I never knew that would happen, but we're totally open. We're not exclusive. We want everyone to succeed within this space and essentially make sense of what their digital commodity is. Everyone has a digital commodity, which is their audience on social media, and we all spend so much time on there. Why are we doing it? Well, because we like to connect with friends, we like to connect with products, but really, wouldn't it be nice to also get something back for those followers and that audience you have? And that's really my long-term goal and dream for the platform.
And currently, social media outlets like Instagram or TikTok, they're not really dealing with this problem. I don't find it's very easy for you, for example, like the way you're building your platform, to actually identify the best matches for your brand. You know, there's no such a feature there. So I find it's
I don't think that the social media platforms are interested in it, because their core product is connecting people together to socialize. And
that's
they then have a verified product. They then allow you to advertise on the platform, but they have no interest in monetizing content creation. What they have an interest in is paying good creators for their content directly, which TikTok and YouTube do, which is fantastic because that builds the tapestry of why it pays to be a creator, because you'll have brand deals over here, and then you might have your direct revenue stream that comes from YouTube and TikTok's creator programs over there. But why not do both? Um, so yeah, no, you're quite right. I actually think that the way I see this into the future is that I don't think Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or any of these platforms will try and move into this space of connecting brands with creators. But I think they'll be very happy that there are companies out there doing that, because what we're doing is we're saying it's well worth investing your time on social media. And we're essentially just promoting their platforms and saying it's well worth doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, build your audience, be on Group Social, and take advantage of that audience.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you guys are not discriminating by the size, by the following. It's I heard from you this wonderful concept, micro influencers, micro
Mm,
creators. I think basically everyone is a creator, or almost everyone who is on social media is a creator and has a following,
mm,
and I think that is authentic in many cases. If you have your followers, they're usually your friends, they're usually your family, they're usually somebody you know. And if you like something, you share with them, right?
mhm.
So why not share a product that you like, or from a brand that you trust? And you share this anyway, you know. You share this anyway. You say, "Oh, look, check this out! I just got a barbecue, a new barbecue." Well, why not share this and get and get a motivation or promotion from
Well,
your brand?
maybe before you go and decide to buy the barbecue, go on GroupSocial and see if there are any companies offering discounts or a free barbecue in exchange for influence.
Oh,
So, but it's
yeah.
interesting because, yeah, it's interesting because just circling back to what you just said, it's very interesting because you were absolutely right. It is key to our philosophy is allowing anyone to sign up to the platform, regardless of audience size or business size. And really, the reason we've been able to do that is because of you guys and the expertise you've brought to the platform, because of the algorithm we have and the way that we match people based on their profile and their match settings to what they're looking for. We then can operate in a completely free way because we know that brands that don't want to see creators with under a thousand followers won't see creators with under a thousand followers. So because of that matching algorithm, we can just go out and promote the hell out of the platform and be completely confident that when people sign up, each individual sees what they're looking for more often
Yeah.
than not. There's obviously sometimes, you know, things don't work out perfectly, but we're not seeing much of that. We're getting, I mean, just to put it into context, we've been in beta for 18 months, really, and we have now 800 reviews across the Apple Store, the Google Play Store, and Trustpilot with an average score of 4.95 out of 5. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's
and the
incredible.
product isn't even nearly where it's going to be. You know, it's great now, but it's going to be amazing into the future. So it's very exciting. And it wouldn't have been possible without you guys. So it's been a really, really good match between us.
And I love be part of it because you're helping the small guys, you're helping the micro creators, you're helping the the starting creators. It's an amazing concept, really,
Mm.
and it works for everybody. Um,
It's
let me ask you a little bit more about how smart match technology, like a little bit about the technology talk, is has helped you. Obviously, the algorithms themselves and the whole concept of matchmaking, you are driving in it because it's very customizable. You can create any fields or any matching criteria or even matchmaking weights to create your unique algorithm. We're not going to be talking about your secrets. But we just generally speaking, how did Smart Match app help you? Were you even trying to use something else before you found Smart Match? Did you what was your journey from, hey, I have to match something, to, oh, this could be the right platform for me?
Yeah, I think that that's right. I think that really I set out initially, I need to connect these two entities together, brands and creators. And so I literally went to Google and was looking for people, and I also went to LinkedIn, just looking for people with the skill base to do that. And it's really hard to find. And thank goodness I came across you guys. And I think that what was really appealing to me were two things. It was the technology that you had already created. It was the ambition that you guys had to improve upon that technology that you'd already created. For example, you've gone through huge pain to be incredibly, have an amazingly secure network. I know that, which is massively beneficial to me and my project. And I think it was that ambition really that I saw a good product. But look, we're in the same game. your product is never finished. So, you've got to just take the rough with the smooth. But I could see a lot of smooth, and I could see a lot of the rough getting more smooth, because of the team you had. And as I say, I go back to that word ambition that you had, that I could see, and that really sang to me. Really, it kind of that was where that first synergy really came, because I'm hugely ambitious with the project I'm looking to undertake. It's a global platform. I want over 1 million members on this platform, so I needed to find partners that weren't going to say no to things and were going to look outside the box. And when I came to you guys with a problem, it wasn't, oh, we can't do that. It was very much, how can we do that? How can we make that work? Because as you could see my concept working and lots of people signing up to the platform organically, you didn't just look upon it as a technical project, you also saw the commercial value and potential in the project. And so we're willing to go even more outside, not outside of the box, but just be very dynamic in your thinking to solve problems, and essentially solve those problems to make it a really cool product for the end user.
Thank you for sharing that. It actually makes my day, to be honest, to receive this kind of feedback from you, Andrew.
It's a
It's a
pleasure.
lot of
It's the
hard
truth.
work.
It's the truth.
It's a lot of hard work, and you have to take the risks. You have to take the decisions. To be honest, we get a lot of opportunities like this, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't work. I have to be very honest. Sometimes the concept is just not taking off.
Mm,
And in your case, the concept is ripe to take off.
mm.
It's
Yeah,
ripe.
yeah.
Just
I
the way,
agree. I agree.
yeah. Um, how, if it's possible, can you please give us a success story? And I'm sure there are already quite a few. I know we are only in the beginning of the product journey, and there's much more to come. The
Mm,
marketplace, certification, God knows what we can do. We pretty much will do whatever the market wants, whatever your clients are asking to make
hmm
to make make their life better. We will do. It's what it is. I build my
mm,
product based on that. It's just you have to listen to your clients, and even though resources are limited and not always you can build everything right away, you have to always decide what's first, what's next, and that's how you grow. You grow.
mm.
So having said that, in your how old is your project already? Is this at least 2.5 years or three already,
It's 2 years now, really, since we
since you
really
started from really from
just
scratch?
over 2 years, just over. The concept was born maybe 2.5, 3 years ago, but really we only started properly developing the product and getting members on board maybe 2 year, just about 2 years ago. Um, so
Give
yeah,
us
but
some success stories, please.
some
I
success
think
stories.
that's
Yeah,
very
well,
inspiring. The most
yeah,
inspiring thing is to hear like personal stories. Yeah,
okay, yeah,
if you don't
100%.
want to name someone, it's fine. If not, it's fine. But just the actual human story. Like this creator did this or this brand did that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got loads of them. So I could give you just a few anecdotes of brands that came onto the platform and found creators and influencers, and still are right now finding creators and influencers on the platform. So we've got, in the UK, we've got a big coffee brand called Costa Coffee that came onto the platform, and they've been giving, people who go and, get a coffee from Costa Coffee and post about it a gift card to get more coffee from Costa Coffee. So they went out and thought, let's connect with people en masse. And that's the way they thought to do it. And gift cards are a really good way for big brands to offer value, from of their product in exchange for influence. So we're seeing a lot of that. That's a big trend.
Yeah.
Um, we've got down to kind of small jewelry brands online. We've even got Etsy sellers who are giving away jewelry in exchange for influence. Where I think we're going to see growth, and I've seen two or three of these already, are Airbnb owners. So Airbnb hosts, that give away a free night when they no one's staying in their house or their apartment or whatever anyway, to a creator to come and do a kind of a POV of them arriving at the Airbnb, loving the Airbnb, and then directing people as to where they can go and book that Airbnb. So there are lots of different user cases, but I think the best one I can give you is Group Social itself, because everyone that signs up to the platform, the only way we've grown is by offering every single creator that signs up to Group Social the opportunity to create content for us. And I've always said that if Group Social can't grow Group Social, then there's no point doing it. It's not working. And thank God it's worked. So simply by us engaging our own creators that sign up to the platform, we've grown from nothing to nearly 50,000 members since we started. And that is purely organic. And of course, it's like a snowball. The more creators we have on the platform, the more content that is being created for us, as well as all of our brands. And it's just growing and growing and growing in momentum. We've had two or three creators create content today. And it's a good way of seeing that is either you can go to our website, groupsocial.com, and from there, in fact, you should just go to the website, groupsocial.com, and from there, you can link to our social media profiles that have lots of those videos that our creators have done for us. And it's incredible the response that you get, from that content. So yeah, I mean, the success stories are everywhere on the platform. We've had Sheen have signed up to the platform. They've not yet launched a campaign, but they're looking to launch a campaign. We've been in talks with Skechers. They want to come onto the platform. There's huge appetite for both small creators, people that just work from their back room at home, right through to major global brands, hotels, restaurants, cafes. We've got two or three cafes in London that give away coffee in exchange for influence. So yeah, the
I
use
just love it. I just love it. This is the when you say entrepreneurial spirit never dies, man. It just never dies. There's so many ways to add value to your industry, to your network, to your community, to your business. So I highly recommend you guys, if you're watching this interview, go to groupsocial.com. If you're a brand, if you're a creator, you heard Andrew saying, if you're a creator with 100 followers, but they're real followers, uh, you can actually join Group Social and you can get value out of it. And you heard the whole story already. So I highly encourage you to join. I already joined Group Social. Well, we're the technology behind it, so it was no brainer for me. But I but I recommend everyone to join for their own purpose. To whether you're a brand, and we have a lot of people in our database, in our newsletter following, that are actual brands, and they would probably be very good fit for Group Social.
Definitely. And I think that the way to look at group social is regardless of whether you want to come onto the platform to be very active and connect with loads of brands or a brand that wants to connect with loads of influencers. I think what is important to remember is that to have a profile on group social is completely free. So,
Right.
like you have a LinkedIn profile, why wouldn't you have a LinkedIn profile? Why wouldn't your business have an Instagram profile, even if it's not where you're thinking to do lots of business or like it's what I want people to have is the mentality of they've set a business up. Oh, I've set my Instagram up. I've set my LinkedIn up. I've set my Facebook page up. Oh, I need to do my group social profile. And I
That's what
think
it's
that
about. Yeah.
100%. And so what LinkedIn is to the job industry, I want group social to become the LinkedIn of the creator economy. And so
And
anybody that, yeah, go on.
it's a very viable, and growing, very viable and growing problem, or problem, or a business opportunity at the same time, to solve, to address. I 100% agree on this. How can people find you? What's the best way if they're listening to this? We'll put the links, guys. We will put the links below in the description, all that. But what's the best way to reach you? Is it to
So
join the platform, or just go to Instagram, or?
Really, the best thing to do is if you want to learn more about the platform is to go to groupsocial.com, and at the bottom there's a link to what is Group Social, and that gives you a more detailed, not particularly detailed, it's a 5 minute slideshow of what it is all about. But really, it's very self-explanatory. If you've signed up to something like LinkedIn, you'll totally get it. And so the best thing to do is just go to the Apple Store, Google Play, download the app, create your profile and see what comes from it. And I absolutely guarantee you, if you sign up, you will get requests to connect. An opportunity will arrive. There's no doubt.
100%, guys. Highly recommend it. I'm already on platform and recommend you to join. And in terms of us, Smart Match is the technology behind Group Social. So if you're entrepreneur and you're thinking about some interesting concepts like that, they want to connect. We have clients who are in the HR industry. We have clients who are in the health industry, connecting
Hmm.
patients and volunteers, connecting job seekers and job givers, and the list goes on and on and on. If you have an interesting concept, you heard Andrew, we can help you. We are the technology experts in matchmaking field. So we have already a lot of experience and a team to tackle any problems.
And
So
I
let's
think
do
as
this.
well, just to add to that, Tim, like anyone comes across this video and wants to hear it from the horse's mouth, I'm available. Like, if anybody thinks, oh, maybe these guys could help me with this concept I have or this business I already have that I want to streamline the data element of it, then, just get in touch with you, obviously you, Tim, and feel free to have a call with me if you want, me to go through in a little more detail how you've helped me and how I think that you could maybe help them.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andrew, for this
Absolute pleasure.
recommendation. Let's wrap up. I really appreciate your time. Maybe we'll do another follow up after we launch the marketplace. That would be an interesting one, and we can send out an announcements through our network. But at this point, hopefully, this was interesting. We got a lot of curiosity going. Please check out Group Social, check out Smart Match Up, and let us know what you think. Thank you so much. Have a great day, Andrew. Thank you for your generous
Absolute
time.
pleasure. No, thank you, Tim. Really appreciate it. I enjoyed it.
Have a good day.
Cheers. You too.